Welcome to the Afluencer Podcast, where we connect micro-influencers and creators with small businesses and e-commerce stores. Today, we have Trejon Edmonds, an AI expert and entrepreneur with a very cool solution targeted for influencers, creators, micro-influencers. When I read about it, I got it right away and thought it was something that would be great to tell our influencer users about, a way to basically scale ourselves, create a digital twin, maybe something I need too, where you can have someone who has your likeness and can interact with people and followers and do all the things that we wish we had more hours in the day to do. So we're going to get into all this. We're going to have Trejon give us even a little demo here. So I'm excited to bring him on the show. Trejon, welcome. And you mind get us started. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your tech journey to date.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the introduction, Brett. So I am the co-founder of Ibra AI and owner of Infinite Official Consulting. Initially, I come from a sales and marketing background, so I'm very familiar with how influencers typically work. And the incredible thing about this technology that we're going to be jumping into is it's impacting the entire business landscape and every single industry. So I'm super excited to be able to put this in the hands of influencers for them to help, just spread that awareness into their audience and the world just beyond. This thing is pretty limitless. Like I said, I come from that sales and marketing background, but I've always been into the tech, following Web3 development and crypto and just seeing how technology is going to continue to be what revolutionizes the world. I started as an AI consultant a couple of years ago, working in AI directly, and then have just been keeping my eye out for the latest technologies. And eventually we decided, okay, let's go ahead and put together a platform that is utilizing, this technology is the kind of stuff that Apple or Google have been the only ones who had access to. And now we have the capacity to build our own solutions, which is just incredible. And that's what brings us here today. Here we are.
Very cool. So Engage360 is the name of the solution, correct? Can you tell us a little bit about that process and developing Engage360 and where the product is at today?
Awesome. So Engage360 is our specific product for influencers. And where this all comes together is it's taking the same concept behind, most people are familiar with ChatGPT, right? You text in, you get a response that's personalized to whatever your question is. This takes it to a whole new level because now we have the capacity to have a personalized conversation real time over the phone. So, it's about being able to pick up the phone and ask any question about anything and have that immediate response in a conversational nature. What's incredible about this opportunity with Engage360 for influencers is we can actually put your personality into your own voice assistant with your voice. It's all about voice cloning. So we want it to feel like it's you as much as possible. That way you can engage your audience anytime, 24/7, without ever having to actually pick up the phone. And your audience will love this. If the people who follow you are really connected to your brand, just giving them that extra level of connection is a game changer.
Yeah, that's awesome, Trejon. So if I think about this from a business owner standpoint, where I assume this would apply as well, given your sales and marketing background, that's something that we do in growing our business, right? I record videos like these and then some how-to videos about the app. And our hope and goal is that new users will watch that and say, okay, well, this is what I do. And sometimes I'll get on the phone with them and it's helpful because they feel like they've been talking to me. But again, there's only so many hours in the day, right? There's only so many phone calls I can handle and I have to actually work as well. So ideally there would be another me over there handling the phone while I'm working on the core business things, right? Is that where what Engage360 can help with in terms of the Brett over there can handle those phone calls and act like the Brett over here?
Exactly. And I think something that many of us forget to mention, Brett, is it's not just about having the time to run the rest of your business. It's also about having the time to live your life. That's the whole reason why we're here, is to live and enjoy it. So being able to duplicate yourself to handle any of the customer support that might need to happen. Somebody calls in to ask a question, you will always be able to provide those answers that are tailored to your specific operations. Now, like I said, Engage360 is meant specifically for influencers, but the broader technology and what we offer with Ibra AI is actually a full service marketing platform. So this thing is not only good for inbound questions coming in to, do customer support, but also we can reach out to people just the same. So the AI can book appointments automatically. It can live transfer the call to another service rep. It can follow up with your leads and do database reactivation for lost clients. Pretty much the entire customer engagement journey is handled with Ibra AI. And Engage360 is something that we're bringing out new to market to allow for influencers who want to have early access to get in and test it out and take that to market however they want. We really put a lot of power in our initial influencers because we want their feedback.
Yeah, very cool. So I see, and I like your comment on the work-life balance. That's why we all start our own companies, because we hope we can get that work-life balance someday. It always takes my experience longer than you hope, right? Then you get sucked into working and just build the thing and survive, right? And I know that's a common issue with influencers as well, right? Because you want to live off of your brand, your content, right? Be your own boss. And it takes a lot of work, right? Because you have to create content, and now you're spending a lot of your time engaging with followers. So I really appreciate that from the Engage360 standpoint, that you can help with that engagement, because that's time consuming, right? You got to reply to each comment. You have to, and as you mentioned, like the voice connection, right? You can't beat the voice connection. So take me through that then from the influencer standpoint for our influencers who are watching, listening. What does that look like when they start using Engage360? Can they, when this podcast is over, get started with it? What does that look like from the influencer standpoint?
Awesome. So right now we're accepting initial applications, and it's just going to look like whoever is ready to come on board and is truly excited about this opportunity, we're going to, prioritize those influencers first. And what that looks like is we'll schedule a time to first just get to know you a bit more, understand, what has been your journey to get you to this point with your audience. What is it that you are hoping to bring to your audience in terms of the value you can share, and just making sure that, we like working with you. That is, it's huge. This is about being able to put your personality into our AI system. And we really have to get to know what your personality is. That's the first step. From there, it's about understanding, okay, what do you actually want your AI digital twin to talk about? Is it going to be the full range of everything that you have experienced in your life, and it should be able to respond about, the whole wide world, or do we want to give it guidelines specific to something that you are offering? So the great thing is Engage360 could be used as a general, my audience just wants to chat with me. Perfect. But additionally, you can also use this thing to market. If somebody calls in and you want to position your latest offer in front of them, that's perfect as well. We can send links to be directed to your product page, or, a payment link. If you want to set up appointments for some reason, if maybe that's something that you're offering to your audience, we can have the AI set appointments for you as well. So that whole process typically takes about 2 to 3 weeks, just to make sure that the customization is all set up and to provide some time for testing. But it's a pretty quick turnaround, and you could have, an AI assistant talking to your audience within, the next couple of weeks.
That's very cool. I also see that you've got the collab with us, and it looks like then we may have also a collab or partner or promotional opportunity for influencers. So will the early adopters kind of get the inside track here, where if it's working for me as an influencer, as a creator, I can collab with you with Engage360, help spread the word, become a partner of yours? Is that kind of what you're thinking in terms of this initial go-to-market?
Exactly. So for the early adopters, we are allowing them to have access to the voice AI so that they can actually start sending that out to their audience. If it's a number that they want to just say, hey, this is the number to call in and talk to me whenever you want. That is the initial stage for our early adopters. Once, just like you mentioned, if they're satisfied with how that's all looking, then they can go position the Engage360 offer to other influencers as well. And at that point, they will, be able to collaborate with us in the partnership, and they'll be compensated very kindly for that. The great thing is they compensated at both stages. So when they're using the voice themselves, they also are generating revenue with those minutes. If somebody's calling in, they are obviously going to have to cover some sort of payment to have access if they would like. But we again give that control to the influencer to set what their rates are. And that's for the early adopters. And then as far as marketing this to other influencers, they get a percentage for helping us get the next influencer set up. So yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Very cool. And what are the mechanics on that? Do you have an affiliate tracking system set up where they get a link or a code to refer other influencers to you?
Yeah, we'll have that also done.
Super excellent. Yeah,
the whole point of AI is to make things easy and accessible. So we keep it easy and accessible. That is the whole goal.
I mean, man, if this is the machines taking over, I can't argue with it. Right? Let's
might as well be buddy and friendly now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, be the early adopters with the machine. So this is great. Any, I'll let you go with this one, Trejon. Any specific types of influencers that you're looking for either this initial rollout or these initial collabs?
The biggest thing that we're looking for is honestly enthusiasm for the technology and willingness to test it out and take it to their audience themselves. From there, once they're satisfied and they want to actually market Engage360, again, all we ask is for enthusiasm, maybe some creativity in how you intend to take it to market. Again, we give so much power to the influencers that they can really make this offer their own, which is incredible. So if you're in the tech space, that's awesome, but you don't even necessarily have to be in the tech space. You could be a live streamer or a gamer. Pretty much anyone who has an audience that wants more of them. That's really who we're hoping to empower is people who are bringing value to their audience so much that they're just dying to have, greater form of contact.
Yeah, that's great. That more engagement, right, is what we're all going for here. And that's what we're trying to do on our end is just educate these brands. And you look at you want the engagement. That's what it's not about the follower count. You're trying to get in front of these end customers, which are these followers, and you want to find the influencers who are talking to them all the time. And Engage360 helps you talk more and more, right? Like you said, more content.
Right. If they have an offer put together already, that's perfect. We can take your offer to market and really, this thing scales so quickly. We're excited to see the potential in the influencer market. We're already seeing it across, marketing agencies. The manufacturing industry is something that's super cool that's happening right now, affiliate marketing. So there's a ton of potential. Small business owners, contractors, literally anybody can use this. It's a very, very wide spanning opportunity right here. And the first people who get on board will get to see, the world revolutionized in front of them.
This is great. Yeah, exciting. Glad we could spread the word initially. So Trejon, how can people find you? And then how can they get started, especially our influencers, how can they get started with Engage360?
Yes, you can find me on LinkedIn. That's Trejon Edmonds. I'll even spell that. It's TrejonEdmonds. And you can also reach me via email. That's trejon@ibra.ai. So that's trejon@ibra.ai. Feel free to reach out and just let me know where you heard about me, where you're coming from. Give me a little context. And as far as Engage360, reach out to me via email and mention Engage360, or go back to Afluencer.com and find the Engage360 collab, apply, and we'll chat.
I appreciate that, Trejon. Yeah, we'll get all these links in the show notes right below here. So if you're watching this, you can just kind of scroll down and get Trejon's email address and the LinkedIn, and then we'll put the link to the collab as well underneath, so you can just apply and away you go, and we'll get your application over to Trejon, and he can connect with you. Thanks so much for joining, Trejon. It's very, very cool technology. But honored that we can kind of break the news here, so to speak, early on, and give these influencers a heads up.
Thank you so much, Brett. This has been, a pleasure, and I really appreciate the time here. And good luck, influencers. Good luck.
Yeah, go Engage360. Let's go scale yourselves.
It's time.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again, Trejon.
Thank you.